Governo Federal, Governo do Estado do Rio de Janeiro, Secretaria de Estado de Cultura e Economia Criativa do Rio de Janeiro, através da Lei Aldir Blanc, apresentam Fôlego, Programa de Formação e Capacitação para Profissionais da Arte e da Cultura. Eu agradeço a presença de todos que estão aqui e obrigada, Stephany. Passo a palavra para você. Boa aula a todos.
Thank you, Jessie. Obrigada. Hi, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Fine?
Good morning.
Are you okay, Nara?
Yeah, sleepy.
100% after your recover?
Almost. Still a little bit under the water. I'm doing some checkups and
Nice.
waiting for the results.
Was it COVID?
No. Thank God.
Nice. I'm happy you're okay.
Thank you.
And Liviane, Yara, Hannah, are you okay? Everything doing fine in your lives?
Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Good.
Morning, okay.
Nice to know. All right, today's our last class, unfortunately, but it's been a great pleasure to be here with you. Today we are going to talk a little about how to mention some aspects about artworks. Last class we talked about artists specifically, but yeah, we should also mention something about artists and their artworks because they're related somehow. So today we are going to focus a little bit more on the artworks. And just to remember, we also mentioned something about simple present, simple past, when we want to talk, and we had a problem when we were playing the game. I don't know if you remember, someone created a sentence and in the present, but the artist was dead, and then we were, oh my God, here we should have created the sentence using the simple past, not the simple present, but that's fine. That was awesome, by the way, because we could think a little bit more about when to use the present, when to use the past. I'm going to share with you my screen now. Here it is. And just to show you some things, very brief. I don't know if you remember, but we talked about medium, and these are some types of them, and we were able to match those. And I asked the question, how can we call this? Do you remember? I just told you, but we have another way to call it instead of medium. No guesses? Very simple. Types of art. You weren't guessing because it was too easy. So we can say these here, like assemblage, print, installation, and performance, they are medium or media if we're talking in the plural with an A at the end of the word, or we can say they are types of art. So an assemblage is a type of art, a print is a type of art, etc. I have here, I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned that the Tate website has some terms, and they present the terms and explain them, all related to arts, of course, because it's Tate, it's an art museum, and they have many, many, many different words related to art, and one of them is this one that I'm sharing here with you, which is medium. Hannah, are you there? Can you read it for me, please?
Yeah, sure. Medium. Medium can refer to both to the type of art, painting, sculpture, printmaking, as well as the materials and artwork is made from.
Thank you. So it's a very complex, not a very complex word, but it's more complex than maybe we can assume, because medium has a double meaning, and it's mentioned here. One is the type of art, as we talked last class, so like installation, performance, etc., etc. And the other one is related to materials an artwork is made from. So today we are going to study some vocabulary related to some materials that we can use. One of them I brought for Nara because I know you work with pottery, right, Nara? So, you know? Oh, I invented. Oh my God.
No, it's not me. I work with textiles.
I confused everything. So,
But
yeah, by the way,
someone do work with pottery here. I remember that, but it's not me.
you work with textile. Nice. Do you do quilts? We mentioned this word last class. You remember what quilt
Yeah,
is?
yeah, I remember. It's not in my art productions, but I really, really want to do it sometime. I'm like getting some materials to do it on a future. Uh, how can I say futuro próximo? Like
It's a close future.
a close
Yeah.
future, yeah. So
Nice.
I really like it.
Awesome. So I'm sorry I confused. And actually, I haven't brought the word textile or fabric, but I should.
That's okay. Stephany, what means EG?
Ah,
E-doc-G.
I was going to say that. This is example given. It's when you have an example of something, and instead of writing a example, you put the E, G, and you know it's the example. Instead of using this, we can also say for instance. For instance, comma, painting, sculpture, printmaking, etc. But usually when you have a parenthesis like this, we put EG. Okay. So what are the two different meanings of the word medium? We have just mentioned that. Do you remember? I'm going to go back to the meaning of the word. Can somebody answer question 1, or you're not so sure?
Type of materials and type of art.
Thanks.
Not
Yes.
type of the materials that the art are made, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. And can you mention examples of media materials used to create masterpieces? Does anybody know? Nara can continue.
Threads for
Threads.
textiles.
I don't know what threads is. How do you spell
THREADS. Thread.
Okay, thread. Okay, got it.
Paint. Clay.
Awesome. Yeah, I have clay here, but it's not for you. So. Yes.
That's okay.
I'm just kidding. Before we go to the vocabulary related to medium, the materials that we use to create masterpieces, I want to show you this video, which is related to conservation. And throughout the class, I want you to wonder and to think how we can conserve some masterpieces, and if depending on the material we use, if it's harder to conserve the masterpiece. What do you think? And related to what you can see nowadays in contemporary art, do you think maybe the materials used are more difficult to conserve or not, etc.? But before we watch the video, I have here some questions for you related to it. First of all, 1 and 2, these questions here, they are related to the first man who appears in the video. And I want you to tell me if he thinks it is possible to conserve artworks without science and technology. Is it possible? What is he saying in this video? And the question number 2 is, can you tell some techniques conservators use? So number 3, keep there. We're not going to read it right now, but first we're going to these 2 first questions. So does he think it's possible to conserve artworks without science and technology? And can you tell some techniques? So they're going to list some techniques that are used for conserving artworks. Let me go to the video here and share with you. I will play it just the beginning of the video twice so you can understand. And don't forget to pay attention to those first questions. And look, this is from the Department of Scientific Research at Metropolitan Museum of Art. So maybe I'm already answering question number 1. Let's listen. Is everyone okay? Are you there? Yes? Can you listen to it? Okay. Let me know if the audio is okay. Is it working? I don't see you. Yeah? Okay. Thank you, Liviane. I'm playing it. Let's go. Okay, I'll play it for the second time. Okay. So first question is, does it think it is possible to conserve artworks without science and technology? No way, Nada is shaking her head. Hannah, you want something? You have something to say?
No, responder mesmo. It's not possible.
It's not. And can you tell some techniques conservators use?
Yeah, it's kind of amazing. It's almost like going to the doctor. Saying they use like X-ray, infrared, photographies, microscope. That's quite amazing.
Like going to the doctor, yes.
Yeah.
And the last question, number 3, there's a different man, and he's going to mention something about reconstructing antiquity. And my question to you is, does he think they can reconstruct antiquity using technology? Or maybe he thinks the contrary. Does he think it's not possible and they're just recreating the art? Do you understand the question? Is that okay? All right. So let's go to the video again. Let me go to the part where he says that. It's here. Okay, I will repeat. Let me go until here, from here. Okay, so can you tell me, does he recreate, do they reconstruct the antiquity using technology?
Yes, they do.
And he says a word that makes it very, very clear. Let me share it with you. He says it's accurately.
Accurate.
Yeah, he says accurately. Let me see if I can find this way in the dictionary. In a way that is correct, exact, and without any mistakes. So it says we can accurately reconstruct antiquity using technology. So it's very accurate. It's exact. No mistakes at all. Okay. Do you agree with him? Do you think that conservation is possible to make this, to reconstruct accurately?
I think it is, actually. We have like a lot of technological advance that we can like go back in time and rediscover how the things were. I don't think I myself think that we should conserve it, but I don't really agree on reconstructing it, because for me it's like doing it a new thing, and I think we should manage to keep it, but not actually doing like an assemblage on it, or. But it's a personal opinion.
Yes, it is. I'm asking a personal question. What about you, Hannah, Liviane, Yara? Do you agree with the video, with the man?
Eu vou falar em português, porque eu não sei explicar isso em inglês. Eu já vi algumas conservações de obras, né? E eles deixam claro qual foi a parte ali que foi mexida, sabe? Para não entrar bem nisso que a Nara falou, né? Porque senão, se for um objeto histórico que está sendo reconstruído, né? Tira um pouco, né? Da história, assim, né? Então, eles têm alguns conservadores que gostam de deixar mostrando qual foi a parte que foi mexida ali para você saber a diferença, né, entre o que foi feito depois e o que foi da época mesmo.
Nice. And you, Yara? Yara and Liviane.
I agree with Hannah.
I try in English.
Okay.
It was very interesting what the Nara said. I think that it's possible reconstruct. I'm sorry, reconstruct. I don't know. Help me.
Reconstruct. Reconstruct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it's possible. I think it depends the object. But it's really interesting. I'm thinking about it right now, about this turn. The object turn is a new thing and other. When you quando você mexe, né? Você interfere no objeto, ele acaba se tornando depende, né, do objeto, acaba se tornando uma outra coisa, né? Um outro objeto. Não é a mesma coisa. Mais ou menos isso.
Awesome. When we say se torna alguma coisa nova, we can say it becomes something new. I'm typing, okay? It becomes something new,
Okay.
it becomes something different, all right? And Nara, Hannah, when you want to say, eu já vi isso, eu já vi um filme chamado tal, eu já vi uma situação no museu e tal, we say I've seen, etc. I've seen some artworks, some conservations, and some expositions about it, in which the conservators highlighted, okay? When you destacar, okay, we can say highlighted, highlight. When they highlighted the place or the part that they have reconstructed, something like this. I think, there's an expression that we say, depends. In Portuguese, we say that a lot. Depende, né? Depende. Depende de. In English, we don't say, we don't use de. We say depend on something. So, I think Liviane says, I think it depends on the something, whatever else you were saying. And okay, let's move on. Now we're going to the vocabulary. We're going to see some medium. I would, Liviane, do you have a question? I saw your microphone turning
Oh,
on?
just thank you.
Ah, okay, no problem. And yes, let's practice. Whenever you can, just say, speak. It's good for you to practice and try, okay? Yeah, vocabulary. I want you to see the words and try to memorize them, because afterwards we're going to see the images without words, and the exercise is going to be to practice our memories. I'm going to show you each one, and I would like volunteers to read, okay? So, Liviane, can you read the first one, please?
Color pencil.
Perfect. Thank you. Can you read the next one as well? Liviane again, please.
Crayon. Yes, crayon.
Here we say crayon.
Crayon.
Yeah, do you know crayon? Do you use crayon? No.
Yes, my little sister used too much.
Oh, nice. How old is she?
11.
Ah, all right. So yes, she uses it a lot. We have some differences between the color pencil. You know the difference, I am sure, and crayon. Next one, Nara, can you read it for me, please?
Chalk.
Awesome, thank you. The next one as well, please, Nara.
Airbrush.
In this way, the airbrush is more like a tool, okay? But I inserted here in the vocabulary as well. Hannah, can you read this one, please?
Watercolor.
And this one as well, please, Hannah.
Girls.
By the way, do any of you use airbrush or watercolor for your works?
I use watercolor so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you make artworks and masterpieces?
Yes.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
funny.
You have to have a specific type of paper, right? To make it well.
Yes. Vou falar em português, com gramatura mais alta, senão não aguenta a aquarela.
Okay. Because sometimes I bought the colors of the watercolor, and I was trying to use it in a normal paper, which we use to print some things, and it's terrible because it's like floating on the paper.
Yes.
It's terrible.
Tem que ser papel com mais algodão para absorver a água.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Bronze, do you know when artists usually use bronze?
Sculptures.
And there are other materials used for sculptures as well that we are going to see afterwards, which is this one. Yara, can you read for me, please?
Marble.
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 Yeah, that's it. Can you read the next one as well, please?
Yes. Oil paint.
Awesome. Thank you. Some painters also use the acrylic paint. So we have the oil paint and the acrylic paint. Who else is here that I haven't called yet? No, nobody. Nara, can you read this one for me, please?
Charcoal.
Awesome, thank you. And the next one as well?
Steel. Is steel, like I said, I think maybe I said like to roubar.
It's like, actually you said like ainda, you know, still.
Still, yeah.
In this case, since we have double E, we are going to make it longer to pronounce the E. So you say steel.
Steel.
Okay.
É aço que tá ali? Sobre o metal?
I'm sorry?
É aço ou metal que tá aí?
Aço. Steel. Look here, let me show you. Here, Nara, in the dictionary, we have the pronunciation. And when we have this symbol here, we are going to make it longer, the vowel that we have before it. So it's still. Okay? Now, let's see your question. It's the same pronunciation. You see? To roubar something, steal, it's the same pronunciation as steal, the medium. Now, the other word, still, that I told you, it's a little different. Can you see? Still. So you don't make it longer. Could you see it? I wasn't looking at you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
There are some differences. Usually when we have double vowels, we are going to make it longer. Okay. Back to the words. Yara, can you read this one, please?
Glass.
Awesome. We can also call it tempered glass. Okay. And Yara, can you read this one again for me, please?
Clay.
And just because I said I was going to bring something for Nara, I will show you the medium that Nara uses. So here we have some textile, and here we have the thread, right? And that's it. We can also call it fabric. Don't confuse with fabrica, okay? Fabrica, we say industry. It's a false cognate, fabric. Fabric is this material here. Okay, we can also say textile is a category. Fabric is a type of a textile. Okay. So I'm coming back. I'm going to repeat all of the words and you try to memorize it, okay? Afterwards, you are going to create sentences using these words, okay? So the first one, color pencil, crayon, chalk, airbrush, watercolor, bronze, marble, oil paint, charcoal, steel, glass or tempered glass, clay. Okay, we have here the numbers. I would like, Yara, can you create a sentence using any of these words here, any of these images here? You choose.
One minus.
No problem.
Watercolor is very malleable. Is this word?
Maleável. Let's see how we say malleable.
Dicionário aqui.
Yeah, it's malleable, soft, adaptable. I would say adaptable.
Adaptable.
Because
Better.
Yeah, I think so too. Because malleable gives the idea of something that is more rigid, you know, more concrete. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Yara. Nara, can you invent a sentence using any of them? You can talk about an artist if you know.
Okay. I prefer to use pens and pencils instead of watercolor.
Awesome. Thank you. Hannah, can you choose one of the words, one of the images, and you create a sentence?
Okay. I like the color of the browns, and rather than the gold. I like more the color of the bronze rather than.
Awesome. Instead of saying I like more, you can say I prefer. Okay. I prefer the color of bronze. Yeah, I think I prefer too. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Viviane, look at these images here. Take one of them and invent a sentence, please.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. Some artist sculpture.
Sculpture.
Ah, não, já mudei mais. Sorry. Okay, I'm seeing now. Okay.
Oh.
Let me see. I'm sorry. I can't. Não tô conseguindo.
Let's do something. I'm coming back to the other materials. Do you want to choose one of these here?
I use a marble, but I'm not to remember any sculpture right now.
So let me help you. You wanted to talk about sculptures, right? And you want to use marble. Okay. You can say something like many sculptures are made from marble. Okay? Or made of marble.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to
Sorry.
No, please, you.
Many sculptures are from marble. Yeah?
Are made of marble.
Are made of. Okay, are made of.
Marble. Okay. Awesome. So please help me. Can somebody tell me what is word number 1? Do you remember? You can all open your microphones, okay? No problem if you speak at the same time. What is number 1? Awesome. Number 2?
Paint.
Awesome. And number 3?
Watercolor.
Yeah. Number 4?
Marble.
Liviane knows. Number 5, everybody knows that.
Bronze.
Bronze, yeah. Number 6, what is this tool?
Airbrush.
Awesome. And number 7?
Chalk.
Yeah. 8?
Crayon.
Haha, very good. And number 9?
Color pencil.
Very good. Number 10, Liviane, do you remember? Nada remembers.
Steel.
Very good. Steel. Yeah. And number 11, do you remember the name of it?
Glass.
And 12?
Clay.
Yeah. Now, Hannah, do you remember I was saying that I was going to bring clay because I thought Nada works with clay, but she doesn't? And what is the material that Nada uses for her work? Do you remember?
Yes, it's fabric or textile.
Very good. Okay, here, more vocabulary for you related to painting. Okay, so painters use these materials. They're more like tools. We call tools something that you use to make something. So for example, my computer can be a tool for me to develop my work. Here, we have some tools to make a painting. Liviane, can you read these words for me, please?
Okay. Acrylic paint, paint brushes, canvas or word paper, etc. Palette, rags or paper towels, jar, or cup of water, easel, soap for brushes, varnish.
Very good. That's it. So these are just some words for you to have it for you, okay? Personal material for you. Just one thing. Whenever we start a word in English with the letter R, we say ra, okay? Just like some Paulistas have, usually people from São Paulo pronounce in the interior, they pronounce in the countryside, they pronounce the R like, for example, Cariocas usually say porta. And sometimes in the countryside of São Paulo, they would say por. So it's this R, okay? Here we say rags. Okay, letter R in English. Every time it's at the beginning of the word, you're going to say ra. So, rags. Okay, Hannah, how do you say this word here?
I don't know. Toes?
Towels. Very good. And Yara, how do you say this word here?
Sorry, I don't.
You don't see it?
I don't. Esqueci a palavra, não escutei.
Okay, I'm going to repeat. Look here, I'm circling the word, okay? How do you say this word here?
Soap.
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 Very good. And we also have the easel, which is also a tool, a material that we use for painting. By the way, Nara, I mentioned before that when we're making a painting, we can use acrylic paint, but there is the other one that we've seen in the vocabulary list. Do you remember how to call the other type of paint?
The oil paint.
That's it. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, now we are going to see some artworks. First one, I think you know. Last class, someone mentioned Banksy, and this is the flower thrower from Banksy. And my question to you is, do you know which medium Banksy used to make this artwork? Do you have any guesses? Clay? No, for sure, he's not using. Glass? What is he using here to make this?
I think that Blanc used airbrush to make this image.
Awesome. Was that Yara?
Yes.
Very good, Yara. Complete answer, by the way. Yes, probably he has used airbrush. Do you have any guesses? More guesses?
Spray paint. I don't know if that's the right way of calling it, but
A spray, no. Here, he uses a technique that is it's well known, which is stencil, right? And my question to you is it possible to conserve this work of art? How? Do you have any guesses?
I don't think it's possible to conserve it because it's an urban art and they are not taught to be there for a long time. They are ephemera. I don't know what's the word in English.
It's very exposed.
Exposed?
Exposto à rua, ao tempo.
And I have a question here, just to make you more confused. Do you think that if we take a photo of it, we are going to conserve the real art or just the image?
It's just an image. It's like a memory. It's like a token of the art, but it's not the art by itself.
Awesome. By the way, about your question, Nara, I was looking here that we have a possibility to call ephemera as transient. I didn't know this word, but usually
Wow.
I usually hear ephemeral.
Ephemeral. Okay.
Yeah, it's very close to it. Okay, now you have no idea of the chaos that is going on right now here. I was going to drink some water and I threw it, not on purpose, of course, but I spilled it everywhere here on my desk, and I'm trying to dry it and talk to you at the same time. Everything's working. And yeah, so when we have a photograph, sometimes we are going just to keep the image, but not the experience of the urban style of the work. And now we have a different one here, which is from Ligia Clark. It's a series of works which is called Bichos, and she creates many animals with this materials. And my first question is, which medium did Ligia Clark use to make this work? Do you know? Do you have any guesses?
I believe that Ligia Clark used skill to build it.
Do you agree?
Can I bring a curiosity?
Please.
I have here, I don't know if you can see my video, a replica of the Bicho
awesome.
that is made in plastic. Her granddaughter did this. It's a small series of pieces of the Bicho, and it's made in plastic, and it's really cool. I just got it from a friend that is moving, and he didn't want it anymore. And I said, "Oh, it's mine."
You don't want it, really? It's mine.
Yeah, so it's mine. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's the name of? What's
really,
her?
Really cool.
What's the name of the artist again? The granddaughter?
I don't know the name of her. It's Ligia Clark, granddaughter. She's the one that did this, but I don't know her first name. I can look it out, but I don't.
No.
I can remember. It's something Clark, but I can't remember her name.
No problem. It's just a curiosity as well. Nice. I'm happy that your friend didn't want it and now it's yours.
Yeah, me too.
I would do the same.
Hey, Stephany, when is the name of the masterpiece? Is only to translate the title, the name of this, because, né?
I don't really.
Traduzir o nome da peça, porque senão vai descaracterizar, né? Tipo, se chamar os bichos de animals, vai ficar, ou beasts, vai ficar estranho, né?
Usually, when you go to an installation or maybe an exposition, you probably have more information about this than I do. But when we have artworks from around the world, usually you have the main title and then the translation in Portuguese or something, just for the viewers to have an idea of what's talking about.
Mas quando é famoso, assim, tipo, o bicho, talvez traduzir e depois falar, but it's famous called to bicho.
Yeah, actually, here I wasn't really preoccupied in translating this work of art, because it's in Portuguese and we are all Brazilians and we're talking about Ligia Clark, so I don't think it's really a great problem. But it's nice to know the title, the translation of the artwork, right?
Sim, eu digo, se eu estivesse no museu apresentando essa obra, eu acho que eu gostaria de falar não daria para traduzir, mas seria legal falar o nome.
Yeah, I think so too. you can present the artwork maybe saying, oh, this is os bichos, ou o bicho, this is tanana, and in English, it is called animals. And you can explain the idea of it, okay? But yes, since it's only one word, it's easy to say it. It's not a huge problem. It's not a big title. If it were a big title, I would say it in English for people to understand. Since it's only one word, it's bichos, animals in English.
Okay.
Well, that's my idea. But since you're presenting and when you are in the museum, depending on the context, I think it's okay to say it in Portuguese as well. Okay. So you think it's made of steel, right? Now, is it possible to conserve this work of art? How?
With science and technology.
Mass propaganda. Yes, I agree with you. Yesterday, I had the same class with different students, and we talked about this artwork. And one student was mentioning that after a while, it was prohibited to touch this artwork. And do you think that when people prohibit using it, touching it, do you think it's related to conservation?
It's because when the masterpiece, a obra pode falar masterpiece, né? When the masterpiece, deixa eu explicar em inglês. Quando a obra entra para um acervo do museu, o acervo, na verdade, de todo o museu, ele é um acervo público, porque ele faz parte das instituições culturais do governo, pelo menos o museu que eu trabalho aqui. E daí, quando entra para o acervo, não pode tocar, porque, na verdade, você está conservando aquela obra por todas as pessoas, entendeu? É super difícil, eu concordo, ainda mais no caso da Lígia Clark, né? Mas é numa questão burocrática mesmo. Quando entra para acervo, agora, quando é de coleção pessoal de alguma pessoa, alguma galeria, aí eles podem usar as regras deles, né? Ou mesmo seguir as regras do próprio artista, quando é uma exposição individual, essas questões. Agora, quando entra para acervo, entra nessa burocracia museal mesmo, de proteção da obra.
Hannah, can you tell me something? I've heard that her Lygia Clark pieces could still be handled. They could still touch it while Lygia was alive. And then when she died, the museums started to prohibit the touching and to manipulate the bichos. I don't know if it's true, but I heard it more than once. Also, with Hélio Sica Parangolés, that while he was alive, people could use it even if it was in the museum. But when he died, people couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, I think it's because when he or she was alive, he can produce more these pieces. You know, when they dead, they can't produce anymore these pieces. So also entra no acervo, né? Não sei como é que fala acervo em inglês.
Archive.
Mas, por exemplo, aqui no museu que eu trabalho não tem a Hélio Sica nem Lygia Clark, mas tem a Gita Seufer, que é uma artista que faz uns livros que você teria que manipular. Ela está viva ainda, mas como ela já doou para o acervo, ou foi comprada, não me lembro, já está no acervo, então ela tem que aceitar essa regra interna do museu, porque é um acervo, né? Que tem que ser preservado em nome das pessoas todas. Então, porque o acervo é público, as obras eles são de todos, só que no caso a gente cuida por eles. Agora, isso do artista estar vivo ou morto, eu acredito que seja por isso, né? Dele poder fazer mais quando ele está vivo, agora quando ele morreu, aquilo se torna uma coisa única, porque não tem mais como ele fazer, né? E aí, se alguém desmanchar, se alguém quebrar, não tem volta, né?
So it's totally related to conservation, right?
Yeah.
Totally related, because the artist is dead, so maybe this person won't be able to produce more of these. And
It's sad, but it's necessary.
Yeah. Only if we have replicas like Nara has. It's made of plastic, but we can still have the experience close to the real experience, right? Probably Bichos is more, it's heavier because of the material used, but it's similar because it's adaptable, it's malleable in this case, right, Tiara?
No museu lá a gente teve uma exposição que teve uma Lígia Clark, só que era de outro museu e também não podia tocar. E aí a gente do Educativo fez uma réplica daquela obra em papelão, encapado com papel alumínio, assim, para ficar bonitinho, né? Para as pessoas poderem tocar. Então a gente levava lá na frente da obra. Então é como se é o mais próximo que a gente pode fazer, né? A pessoa ter essa experiência.
You asked me a question, Hannah, about obra de arte. We can say masterpieces, we can say artwork. It's one word, artwork, or we can say work of art. I am typing here a sentence that is possible for you to say when you were explaining. So, since the archive is public, it's the archive's responsibility to conserve the artworks, in general. There was something, yeah, that's it. I think it's a general idea of what you wanted to say, okay? And you correct me if I'm wrong, that's it, right? Because it's public and the archive, in your case, for example, in the museum where you work, you are responsible for conserving masterpieces for society, for humankind, to keep the memory, right? Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Nice to know. Thank you, Hannah, for sharing your knowledge about it. Okay, now I have here some words from last class. I think maybe you remember some of them. Hannah, can you read the first column, please? Abstract,
authentic, aggressive, beautiful, colorful, contemporary, contemplative, creative.
Very good. Nada, can you read the next one? Daring,
divine, exotic, graceful, genius, impressionist.
Okay, very good. And the last one, Yara, can you read it, please?
Yes. Daring, divine.
The next one on the right. Intense, interesting.
Sorry. Intense, interesting, profound, provoking, clear, unique, visual.
Very good. Pay attention here to the S. We usually say já, okay? In Portuguese, we say visual, but in English, we say visual, okay? And here, on the first column, we have here authentic, okay?
Always S have the sound J.
No. For example, the word house is the sound of a sa, okay? Here you're going to say ja because of the visual. After the letter S, when we have the E, for example, in house, we're going to say like a sa, okay? So no, it's not always. That's why it's nice to take a look at the dictionary, because you can see how you say the word. So here, house, can you see? House with an S. When it's in the plural, you have houses, houses. Now visual, you see, it's a J. visual. That's why it's good to take a look at the dictionary, because you can have an idea of how to pronounce some words, okay? Here, back to the word. Authentic, the second one, okay? And aggressive. I'm going to show you again Banksy and Ligia Clark artworks that we have just seen, the flower thrower and Bichos. And I would like to know your opinion about them. Is there a word, one of those that we have just seen from this column here, that for you, in your opinion, define these two pieces of work, these two artworks? Is there one word that you look at them and you say, oh, I think Banksy's masterpiece is intense, it's daring? And also I have a question for you. Which artwork do you prefer from these two here? And here in the example is just a possibility of how you can start your sentence, but you can make your own, okay? Don't feel stuck on, I have to say this. No, you can use this, feel free to use this. So which artwork do you prefer? Somebody. And is there a word that you can use?
Sorry, Stephany. I talking ahead of you. I don't prefer either of them. They are different from each other. They are too different. So I like both of them, but for different reasons. I like Banksy because it's daring and it's activist. And I like Ligia Clark because of the manipulative chance to manipulate the art. I think that's it.
Because it's interactive, maybe.
Yeah.
Nice. And you, Hannah, do you have your favorite, or just like Nara, you like both of them? You can say, that's a great example, by the way. Nara said, I like both of them.
I like both of them, but I prefer Ligia Clark because we can manipulate it. And I love her. She is my...
She's your favorite artist?
Yes.
Really? Awesome. And do you have words to translate, to define the Banksy and Ligia Clark's work, Hannah?
I think Banksy it's a public art, it's a urban art, a kind of activist art as well. And Ligia Clark, it's oh my gosh.
I can come back to the words if you need here to take a look at them.
It's because it isn't here. It's é que é uma arte experimental, uma arte para você vivenciar, assim, né? Ela tem muitas obras sensoriais também, sensitive art, I think. Sensorial, não, acho que é sensorial. Sensorial.
Maybe I'm just giving you an idea. You would say that her art is unique, in your opinion?
Yes.
Because she uses the senses, it's sensorial, it's correct. Okay. And because you can interact with the piece of work, that the artwork, that's why you like it?
Yes, because the arts she produced need espectadores, só que eu também não sei falar. Elas
The
precisam do
audience.
espectador. Yes. They need. They can't just look at it.
Okay, very good. Here, Hannah, I'm writing on the chat. The artwork she produces, okay? And yeah, when you want to talk about who is seeing, we can say the viewer, the audience, okay? These are two possibilities of how you can say espectadores, let's say, okay? Audience, sometimes it's the idea of a very big group of people who are watching maybe a play or a movie, but it can also be for arts, if they are at a museum or something. That's okay to say audience, or viewer, it's fine, okay? Thank you for sharing your opinion again, Hannah. Liviane, what do you think about them? Banksy and Lygia Clark. Do you have a favorite?
I like the, let me see the word, where, like the both them, yeah?
I like both of them. Mm-hmm.
I like both of them too. It's two, they are two different language, and Lygia Clark is our abstract art.
Mm-hmm.
It's too profound. The relation. I'm sorry. O contato que the contact the viewer with the artworks. Lygia Clark's artwork. I'm sorry, I'm clustering. Because the contact, the contact of the audience with the Lygia Clark artworks is too it's too sentiment, it's emotional. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Oh, it's okay.
Do you think?
Try it.
Do you understand?
I understand some things, yes. I think when you say contact, maybe you want to say that you can touch. Is that it?
O contato no sentido de encontro, de estar olhando, de estar esse encontro mesmo do público com
okay.
a obra.
Okay, so it's okay to say that way. Yes. I still, yeah, it's okay in this case. I would also say, like I just mentioned to Nara, maybe interaction, okay? You can have a good interaction with the masterpiece, yeah. But you're doing fine, Viviane. It's good to try. That's it. Awesome. And so you prefer Lygia Clark?
No, I
you like both of them?
Yes, and with the Banksy. Yes, Banksy. Banksy is to is activity art. No, I'm sorry, activity.
Activist.
Activist art is important. Their messages, their language, what they talk, what he talk with with him, masterpiece. Yeah, is it?
That's it. Okay, thank you. And Kelly, is it possible for you to speak, or your internet is not good? Yeah. Okay. What's your opinion? Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, I read you here. You said Lygia Clark is unique. Another fan of Lygia. And which one do you prefer here from these two images? Do you have a favorite, or just like Liviane and Nada and Hannah, you like both of them? What's your opinion?
I like both of them, but I prefer Lydia Clark because she's a woman. And no, because she's unique and as
And I
she uses accessibility in some of his works, and I think this
mm,
I prefer is she's unique because of this. You are really of some of the works.
I lost you some moments, but I could listen to some things that you have said. And just a question for you. You said that she's unique because she creates some things using accessibility. Is that it that you said?
Yes, in some of
Okay.
the work, I think it's more useful for the
I understand now. Sorry.
I can write.
Okay, awesome. But later you try to speak again, okay? Because I can listen to you somehow. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Look at this word here on the chat.
I can participate.
I'm sorry?
I want to participate.
I know, and I want you to participate. Now I understand, you see? So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Whenever you can't communicate, you can writing, but I think it's a nice idea for you to try and speak. Now, look at this word here on the chat that we have here. It's unique, okay? That's how we say that, unique. Now, let's move on. We're talking about preferences. Me, when I look at these images here, hi, Ana Claudia, you're here. Welcome. When I look at them, I don't really have a favorite either, but I really, really, really like Lydia Clark's artwork. And now, look at this image here. Can you guess the medium used to make it? Do you think it's watercolor, maybe? Yara, who is the professional using watercolor? Or is it color pencil? Is it a digital image? Do you have any guesses?
I think it is other type of
Medium?
yes, maybe it was gouache.
Good idea. Yes, good idea. Okay, and Nara, when you look at this artwork, do you like it or not really?
I do like it. It makes me think and makes me wonder what it's drawn in the image. So it really gets my attention.
Good. I'm going to share with you, this is a website in which you have a test. It's like those tests that define you, no? And look, it's take the art personality test. At the end of the test, they're going to sell you some masterpieces. So according to your taste, they're going to show you here, maybe you like this and that. So Nara likes this artwork. That's nice. Now, Nara, can you ask Yara if she likes this artwork, please?
Yara, do you like this artwork?
It's diferente. Como fala diferente?
It's different.
Okay, it's different, but it's interesting. So I like.
Okay. So you like it. It's different, interesting, but you like it. Okay, nice. Now, Yara, can you ask Liviane if she likes this artwork?
Liviane, do you like this artwork?
Yes, I like this artwork because this artwork give a movement, and I like this movement and this technique of art, and the color, the color. Sorry, a paleta de cores. I don't know the words. It's blue and yellow and I'm sorry, cinza. And I like it's I like to I like to yeah.
Nice. Paleta, we say palette, just like the word from the tools that I showed you about the paintings and painters' materials that they use. And cinza, can somebody help me? How do you say cinza in English?
Great.
That's it. And we can spell it with an A or we can spell it with an E. Okay. Now, Liviane, can you ask Hannah if she likes this artwork?
Hannah, do you like this artwork?
Yes, I like. I'm sorry about the noise.
That's okay.
I like because it's very your power.
Nice. Now, Hannah, can you ask Ana Cláudia if she likes this one?
Ana Cláudia, do you like this artwork?
Hi, yes, I like this artwork.
Nice.
Because of its ethereal vibe. Is that correct?
Yeah. It seems like airplanes, right? Those paper, made of paper organic. Ana,
I can see hearts.
Hearts, really? Yeah.
I can see too.
Yes, I agree with you. Now I see the hearts. Nice. Nice. Now, Ana, can you ask Kathleen if she likes this one?
Kellen, do you like this artwork?
Yes, because I like some of art. We have the possibility. You can imagine other things. And, these art.
I lost you at the end. You said because you can imagine, you can see other things. Was that what you said?
For me, it's exotic.
Exotic?
Yes.
Nice. Look, we're not going until the end of this test because we're not really going to see which type of consumers of art we are, but this was just for you to see it, okay? Now, actually, I'm going to here. Likes and dislikes, can you see it? After we're talking about ordinal numbers. Whenever I ask you, do you like something? You can say a short answer, yes, I do, or no, I don't. Okay, these are the short answers for do you like something? And what I loved the most about this activity was that you were giving complete and beautiful answers, and you said why you liked them. So you can also say, yes, I like it. Don't forget about the it, okay, because we are talking about something. So I like this artwork, and then you kept your speech saying because something, something, and that, okay? Don't forget about the it here. Someone talk to me. Can you send me the link of the site? Sure. Maybe it's going to be like in the middle of the test. I'm not sure. Oh my God, Ana Cláudia is very fast. Thank you. Okay. Eita. Back to this. So we have just finished this. We haven't finished the test, by the way, but we have an idea. This is from last class, and we talked about some words that defined Francis Bacon's painting. I guess you remember, maybe. Ana Cláudia, by the way, can you read the small text for us, please?
Yes. It's scary and it's gruesome that we can't look away from it. It's something mesmerizing about it.
Very good. So these words here that are highlighted, they are defining the artwork. We have already seen some words like unique, queer, fantastic, daring, obscure, etc. Here are some parts of text that I found on the internet talking about some artists, and they are also defining some artwork. So, for example, Joe Haskell's large narrative paintings. So the paintings are large and narrative. The next one, the heroic portrait painting. So the painting, besides being a portrait, so you already know what it is depicting, it's also heroic. The other one, the sculptures are subversive. And the last one, her colorful paintings. By the way, her, remember this word, when you're talking to someone about someone, you're going to say, for example, that Nada's artwork with textile is beautiful. Instead of saying Nada's artwork, I'm going to say her artwork, okay? And if it's a man, you're going to say his. We have talked about this last class, but just to remind you of this. Here from this website that I showed you also, we have a text about Keith Haring's artwork. Viviane, can you read the text for me, please?
Okay. Humorous, optimist, and colorful, Keith Haring's work reached a wide audience as both an artist and activist. Haring's graffiti inspired subway drawings highlighted the urgent social issues of his generation.
Perfect. Yeah. So in this text here, just right at the beginning, we have 3 words that define Keith Haring's work. What are these words?
Rose, optimist, and colorful.
Perfect. That's it. So here we're talking about Keith Haring's work and how it is this is an opinion of someone, okay? When we have opinions about an artwork, we have a specific text about it. It's not a letter, it's not an article, it's not a paper. When we say crítica, do you know how to say crítica in English?
Criticize.
It's a review.
Yes, that's it. Thanks. We can criticize something. Yes, that's a correct verb for saying something, saying your opinion about something. But usually when you're criticizing something, you're going to see mostly the negative aspects of something when you're criticizing a person. Oh, someone did that and it was not okay. It was not nice. Now, when we're talking about arts and in general, when you're talking about a performance, when you're talking about a presentation of a band, a concert, or maybe a ballet presentation, we are going to have reviews, okay? That's how we call crítica.
Okay.
So we can have reviews on paintings, reviews on installations, reviews on plays, theater, etc. This is a magazine called Art Review. Let me show you here. This is the magazine, okay. And here it's talking about this person specifically. And it also mentions an installation that occurred, I don't remember when. But here, if you want to read other reviews, you can go to Google and you can write reviews on, I don't know, Ligia Clark, reviews on Banksy, and then you can find texts about and related to it. So here, magazine, we have some options like news, previews, opinion, features, and the famous reviews. So here you can find many reviews on many artists. And also here there's about a movie, The White Tiger from Netflix, for example. And here the one I love that I mentioned yesterday also, the Varburg. So here are some reviews on artists. Okay.
Stephany,
Yes.
sorry. The professional that do reviews is a critic, or there is another word to explain the profession?
I would say critic, but since you ask, let me check it.
A avaliação about the work.
Yeah, you make an evaluation, yes. But the word avaliação, I don't know if it's for me who worked at schools. Avaliação gives me an idea of giving a grade to someone. When you have a review, you are going to think about the history of art, probably. You are going to think about the elements that are used, where, when. You're going to ask questions about the thing, and you are going to maybe to guide the way a person can look at this. Hi, Amanda. Nice to have you here. So yes, it's evaluating maybe, but it's more like contextualizing and making problems on the thing.
Okay,
Now, Nara, I was looking here and I have an option in Lingui that says reviewer. Maybe that is a specific, yeah, I'm not sure. But reviewer is a possibility. There's also critical. No, but it's not that. It's a person. I think it's a reviewer. Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks for the question. So this is a part of a review that I took from the internet, from that website, Kings and McDonald, I think. McGall. And Amanda, you're there? You just came, I know. But can you read for us this text, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Subject matter, mostly landscapes, building, or partial figures, is often subverted in these mischievous ways, diverting our attention from the subject to the matter itself. the physical act of painting and back again. Even the diminutive size of the paintings evoke the easel, the way they have been painted on. James' love for his medium is all-encompassing. He considers each part of the canvas as a fundamental element of the language of painting.
That's it. So this is just an example for you to see how you create a review. So Kelly, your question. Here, it's not an evaluation on if it's good or if it's bad. It's contextualizing. Okay? It's saying what it is using.
Just one question. What easel means?
Easel is where you put the canvas. I have here on the presentation, but I think it's a little far. Let me show you. Here is the easel, okay? It's where you put the canvas on. All right. Now this is just an example and to show you that it's not really an evaluation related to being good or bad. It's going to contextualize. Obviously, depending on the person, on the reviewer, the text maybe contains elements that are going to give an idea of being good or bad. But here, it's not really. Maybe when it says mischievous ways, which is malicioso, but I don't think this is giving a bad idea of the work. And it's only explaining and showing how the viewer can relate to the masterpiece and contextualizing.
Resume?
I'm sorry, Kelly?
Resume? Like
it's also a different type of text. I would say review, that's it. It's a crítica, okay? It didn't work. I'm sorry. Do you want to, if you want, you can write on the chat if you have any questions, okay?
Oh, I understand you, but I guess it's confused.
You get confused? On what? Say. What is your problem? It's the word review?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay. Look, review is crítica, okay? Whenever you have a crítica on a piece of artwork, it's going to be a review, okay?
Not necessarily is good or bad. It's a critique.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, now what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you to do a brief research on any artist you like to know better or you admire. And the thing is, you are going to find out which medium, which materials the artist you chose uses. So, for example, Kelly is going to search for Lygia Clark. So she's going to look at bichos specifically if she wants to. And she's going to see, oh, it's a steel. Now what she's going to do, after she does this brief research, she's going to share the research with the class. I'm using Kelly as an example, but everybody's going to do it, okay? And what are you going to say to the group? You are going to say what you know now about the artist. But mainly, you're going to talk about the material used to make the masterpiece. So, for example, Kelly is going to say, in my example, okay, Lygia Clark uses something, steel, to create bichos, or to create all of her masterpieces. Okay? Do you understand what to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So what do you think about 3 minutes to do it? You think it's possible? Nobody said a thing, so yeah?
You have to write like a little text or just the phrase, like the example?
Yeah, just like the example. Just
Okay.
a small sentence. All right. See you in 3 minutes then. Okay, Nara, I'm asking you to do a brief research on any artist that you would like to know more, or maybe an artist that you admire. And you're just going to find out a media, or a medium or media that this artist uses to make masterpieces. And then you're going just to share with the group, okay, someone uses steel or fabric or clay to create a masterpiece, okay? So we're going to have 3 minutes to do it, all right?
Okay.
So I'm here. All right, have you finished? Yeah, awesome. So Nara, can you start, please?
Yes, I can. Okay. So, Nazaré Pacheco is a Brazilian artist based at São Paulo that uses unusual mediums in her masterpieces like scalpel, and surgeon wire.
What is the first medium? Scalp?
Scalpel, it's like bisturi.
Oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Nara. Now, Amanda, are you there?
Yes. Basquiat used canvas, papers, and walls to create his artwork's masterpieces.
Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. Kelly?
I have a little question.
Sure.
About this sentence. In this case, I used artwork art masterpiece, but in the plural, it would be artworks masterpieces, both in plural.
Actually, our artwork and masterpiece, they are synonyms.
Oh, okay.
They have a difference in meaning, because masterpiece gives more an idea of a finished something, and artwork is more the idea of, I don't know, master. The idea of masterpiece gives me an idea of a quality in something that is perfect.
Like
but
principal project, the artist principal, most important artwork. Okay.
Yes, that's it. So actually, they are synonyms, but they you not necessarily. You can use only one of them, not artworks and masterpieces. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Kelly.
I chose Carolina Ponte, the Brazilian girl. Is baiana, and uses crochet to create his masterpiece.
Okay, awesome. Huh?
Crochet and drawing.
Crochet and
drawing.
I don't get it.
Drawing is desenho.
Drawing.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. No, but at the same time that you were saying, I had a problem listening, so it was difficult, but now I get it. Drawing, okay. Ana Cláudia.
Hey. Simba is a Brazilian artist that uses pastel chalk and acrylic paint on mostly paper for his artworks.
Awesome. Thank you. Yara?
I chose Suzano Correia. He's a Brazilian artist that I like so much. His most famous artworks is made with oil paint on canvas.
Nice. What's his name again?
Suzano Correia.
Suzano Correia. Okay, thank you. Hannah?
I choose Juliana Stein. She used digital photography to create her masterpiece. She used other mediums to create other masterpieces, but she is known for the photographs.
Okay, thank you. Liviane?
I chose the Georgina Albuquerque. She was She was a Brazilian artist, impressionist. She used oil paint to create her masterpieces.
Do you know her, Yara? Georgina Albuquerque is someone for you to know.
Yes.
She is
ouvi falar.
nice. Okay, look, when we are talking, thank you for your artistas brasileiros. Yes, I'm happy that we are talking about Brazilian artists as well. I say I chose, okay, in the past, I chose this artist to talk about him or her. Now, when I say medium, medium is the singular. When I want to talk about the plural, I say media, or maybe you can also, plural. You can also say materials. It's a possible word as a synonym, okay? I chose someone and etc. Now, when I'm talking about the nationality of the person, I say he is Brazilian or she is or she's Brazilian or I don't know, other nationalities, of course. Okay, now let me tell you something. I would like to have those 5 minutes of break, okay? And you can organize yourselves or something. Then we're going to come back and I am going to start talking about some prepositions, talking about dates. So when you're mentioning something about an artwork, sometimes we say when it was created. So we are going to see those prepositions for these constructions of sentences, okay? And after 5 minutes, we come back here and we see each other, okay?
I'm sorry. I didn't stand.
No problem.
What we have to do?
Now we are going to have 5 minutes of break, okay? So I'm going to shut my camera off. You go to the bathroom, go drink some water, whatever you need. So 5 minutes, okay, of break. And then we are coming back and I will talk about some prepositions.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hannah, you're going to say something?
No, I just say bye.
Okay, see you in 5 minutes. I'm back. So Nara, you're sewing?
I'm doing an embroidery.
Nice. Do you usually expose your artworks?
I wish. Online, some of my work are online, some exhibitions. I think the pandemic had this good side of it, but I really wish I could show more of my work.
Do you have a website or something?
Not yet.
Okay.
I only have Instagram.
Okay.
I can put it here.
Please, I want to see it.
I really need to do a website. It's on my to-do list. Do a website.
You know that Google has a website of their own. Do you have an account on Google?
Yes, I do.
So you have many possibilities there. You can make presentations, Google Docs, etc., etc. And one of these options is to make a website. But it's very easy to make it. At the same time, it's not so free.
Okay.
I mean, they have a structure of their own, but I think it's a good way to start, maybe, if you want, and it's for free.
Where I can find it, where, like, when it's the drive, like when I want to open the Google Docs or the...
Yeah, I think so. I don't really remember because I haven't been looking at it, but once I got in, Hangout, let me see. Agenda, tradutor, Meet, Gmail, notícias, maps. No, just a minute. Google website.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's Google Sites, and there's also Wix. It's WIX.
Wix I have heard of, but I have already tried and didn't have much success on it. I am not really super able or skilled with this kind of stuff. So
yeah, it requires some competences.
And that I don't really have. So I'm always like, oh, when I have money, I'm going to ask a friend to do it, and I never have money, so I don't have a website yet. I'm going to look into this Google sites.
Oh, nice! You were part of those artists from Atelier Cultura.
Yeah. Anna, I met Anna here at São Paulo in a class with Anabela Geiger. She do her assistance. She's her assistant. So she was with Anabela during this mentorship while Anabela was exhibiting at MASP and Sesc Avenida Paulista. So there was this open call for artists for be a week with Anabela to show the portfolios and to hear some reviews from her, and I was part of it. It's like a different life ago because it was on February March last year, and right before the lockdown or quarantine or whatever. But it's like a life ago, a different life, you know. I can't even imagine to be at some place like that again.
Hopefully things will get back. I don't know if get back, but things are going to get better. I sent here the email if you want to take a look at it. You can create it. It's very similar to the pattern they have for creating presentations, for example. It's very fluid. Yeah, maybe for you it's a nice tool to make it.
Yeah, at least I can have like a go-to website, or how can I say link to put on submissions, because some open calls really ask for it, and sometimes I can't participate because I don't have a website. And
some people also use that link tree, I think. Many people use it. I don't know if it's easy to make it, but I think it's a good platform to use and to access. Maybe it's not so difficult. I'm not sure.
I'm going to research it.
Okay, yeah. I hope
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everybody there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's talk about some prepositions. Yay! No, actually, we're going to talk about dates, and I'm using this theme to show you some prepositions, and it's going to be easier this way. So this image is very small. I'm going to open it. Okay, here it is. Whenever we say a date, we usually use numbers as ordinal numbers. I cannot find now the website where I want to share this with you, but I'm coming there in a minute. For now, take a look here on my Google Docs. So when we are talking about dates, we are going to use ordinal numbers. We have the cardinal numbers, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, blah, 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 blah. And we have the ordinal numbers, which is usually used for orders. So we have a list of something. For example, the Kahoot game. We have a list of people who are winning and etc. So we have the first place, the second place, the third place. So these are the ordinal numbers. They give a list and an order. And also we use the ordinal numbers mainly, that's what we're talking now here, for dates. So for example, I say my birthday is on October 31st. So I am going to mention the day as an ordinal number, not a cardinal number. And how do I know this is ordinal? Because of the ST. We say 1, 2, 3, but when it's an order, we say first, second, and third. And here we are going to use a smaller, only 2 words, only 2 letters there, just to show which we're talking about. So here is first. I take the ST first, and I put here on close to number 1. Second, we have ND. I'm going to use it close to number 2. And the same thing for third. I take the RD and then I put it close to number 3. Here is 31st. So how do I say this number? First of all, I say the ordinal number, 30, and then I'm going to say first. So it's October 31st. After number 3, those are the different numbers. So memorize those, first, second, and third. When you memorize those, everything is okay. Why? Because the rest of the numbers are going to be this way. 6 is the common number. And we are going to add the TH to the word. So it's going to be 6. The same thing for 7. 7. And the same thing for 8. TH. 8. Okay. It's not so difficult to use it. And 9th and 10th and 11th and 12th and 13th, 14th, 15th, da, 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 da. When I get to 20, I'm going to say 20th, the same thing with the TH, but then I'm going to 21, the same thing as the 31. I'm going to say 21st, okay? And what about 22? Can I have a volunteer to tell me how do I say 22 as an ordinal number?
22nd.
That's it. And for 23, we're going to say 23rd. And for 30, 31st, 32nd, and 33rd. 40, 41st, 42nd, 43rd. Stephany, why are you repeating those numbers? because you have to memorize 1, 2, and 3 only. The rest, you're going to use the TH. So here, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Then we have 24. We're going to say 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. And then we go to 31st, 32nd, 33rd, da 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 da. Is that okay? Do you think it's difficult? Okay. Okay, Liviane. So that's it for now. Okay, about this websites that I wanted to show you, what's the thing? It's saying that, I'm going to read for you because it's very small, I know. We use the ordinal numbers to refer to dates. We usually write them in abbreviated form, just as I showed you on Google Docs, and often in superscript. I don't have this option in my computer here. So when I put 31 ST, it's a big letter, the ST. But usually when you read a text, you're going to see is right on the top after the number. Here it's not, but is usually superscript. We usually say the and off when we speak, but we often omit them when writing. So the example is the following. My birthday, I'm going to show you. I found it. Look here. We usually say the and off when we speak, but we often omit them when writing. So my birthday is, here we don't see the nor off. So my birthday is 3rd January. It's okay to say that way, but to speak, usually you're going to say what? My birthday is, and then look here, the 3rd of January. Okay. The museum was opened on the 25th of June. I don't write it because it's not necessary, but when you're speaking, you can emphasize on the 25th, on the 3rd of January. What are you doing on the 2nd of May? Here they used it. On the 2nd of May, that's what I showed you. Now look, I put here the red letters to show you the preposition on. So why is this on here and on there? We're going to see here this pyramid. Pay attention to it. Whenever you're talking about a large idea of time, all of these prepositions here that we are seeing now, they are going to be directed to time. It's the idea of time. Okay, all of them. When we have the idea of a larger time, like here, centuries, decades, years, months, and weeks, we're going to say in. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to hand in work. In July, in May, in October, in 1970, in 1981, in the 80s, in the 1800s. So when you have the idea of a large amount of time, you're going to use in. When? Centuries, decades, years, months, and weeks. Now, when we're talking about days, specific days, we're going to use on. So, days of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, on Saturday. And now, don't confuse, please. Here, there's a month. Excuse me, I'm going to speak Portuguese just for a moment, ok? Aqui a gente tem um mês, então não confundam. Tem um mês aqui, Stephany, eu vou botar o in, né? Porque aqui é months, tá escrito aqui que quando tem months, eu vou botar in. Sim, quando for um mês, você vai usar o in. Mas aqui ele tá especificando também o dia. Então é May 7th. Então aqui você não vai falar in, você vai falar on. Quando tem o dia também, além do mês, quando é uma data mais completa, você vai usar on, tá? Então, vamos supor que eu fale só o mês, November, vai ser in November. Agora, se eu falar o dia junto com novembro, 11th, for example. So, November 11th, it's going to be on November 11th, ok? Nesse caso, preste atenção só para não confundirem, porque tem um mês. Se tem um mês e o dia, usa on. Se é só um mês, in. And when you're talking about hours, you're going to use at. So, at 10 p.m., at 9 a.m., at 12 o'clock, at 5 a.m., etc. Okay? Do you have any questions about it?
No.
Everybody okay? All right. So we're just going to have a small exercise about this. You have to complete these sentences here using in, on, and at. Okay? The first one I'm going to do with you. I usually watch movies Fridays. So Friday is a day of the week. Remember? So we are going to use on Fridays. Okay? So here I usually watch movies on Fridays. And then you complete the rest. Let's have 3 minutes to do it, and then we check together. It's not necessary to copy, but you can write down your answers. Okay, have you finished? Could you? Yes? All right. Ana Cláudia, I'm going to show you the answers already, okay? And you check your answers. Ana, can you read the second one for me, please?
I have to hand in this paper in 3 months.
Thank you. Can you read the next one as well?
This class finishes at 12 o'clock.
Very good. Hannah, can you read the next 2 sentences, please?
I have to leave at lunchtime in December
1888.
In a fit of rage, Van Gogh severed his left ear.
Thank you. I was born on May 7th. And the last one, Kellen, can you read?
Yes. American artist Basquiat, known for his graphic like painting, died of hero's overdose in 1988.
Very good. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions about these prepositions? You think it's okay? Whenever you're talking about an year, just remember you are going to use in. And I will show you how to say the year. Hannah, you had a problem with this? So years, they are usually divided into 2 parts. So here we have the first part, 2 digits, 19, and the other part, 84. Usually, we divide this way, 2 parts. So I have some examples here. How do you say these years? We have 4 numbers on the first one, and we can divide into 2 parts. So how do you say this year here in English? Can I have a volunteer?
2018.
Perfect. We divide into 2 parts, 2018. 18. What about the next one? A volunteer to say this.
1789.
Perfect. Kelly, can you say the last one for me, please?
Yeah. 14.
14. Eesh.
14 point.
Can you repeat, please? Okay, Kelly, I think it's not working now, but I heard 14. It's correct. So you divide it into two parts. So 14 and 15. 14, 15. Okay. Here, it's a website that, I'm sorry, it's a video that explains how to say some years. So we have the first one, which is dividing into two parts. So for example, here 1984, just like we've seen. And then some examples here for you. 10, 66, 16, 52. Let me open it. 1941, 2017. So as you already know. Now, there is one difference when you have the zero. Whenever you have the zero here on the second part of the year, you're going to say the zero as O. So here we say 1602. So I will show you the examples. Here. Listen to it. So whenever you have the zero, you're going to say O. 19, 01, 18, 04. Do you have any questions about this? No? Am I too fast? Okay. Now, this is one of the years, but we also have this one that is very important. When a year ends in 00, you are going to say the number before those zeros, and then you say 100. So for example, 1600. Now, Amanda, can you help me here? How do you say this year here?
1200.
Perfect. Nara, how do you say this year?
Sorry, 1500.
Very good. Kelly, how do you say this year here? I believe that you can, Kelly.
1700.
Oh, perfect. I understand. Ana Claudia, how do you say this year here?
1800.
Perfect. And now there is another. Okay. The 2000s. For the year 2000, you say the year, which is the, you start with the 2 and you say the 1000. By the way, why do we say 100 here? When you have 100, it's 100. So when you have 2 zeros, it's 100. When you have 3 zeros, it's 1000. So that's why here I say 2000. Now look, from 2001 to 2010, we are going to say 2000 and the number. So for example here, 2001, 2002, 2005, 2008, until the number 10, 2010. I guess there is one more. Now, after 2010, we are going to say two possibilities. You can say 2012 as example, or you can say 2012. Usually I hear people saying 2012, okay? But that doesn't really make a difference. Both of them are correct. And here at the end of the video, she shows I'm saying she because it's a woman's voice, but I'm not sure who produced it. There is this chart explaining all of this. I will show you, I will send you the link of this video. Sometimes it doesn't work. Okay. Okay, I will copy here just to send you the link if you want to take a look and if you have any doubts about it. Okay. So here, the 2000s, how can we say these years here? The first one,
109.
Remember, from 2001 until 20010, we're going to say 2000 and the number, okay?
And 9.
Perfect. And this one?
2007.
Perfect. And the last one?
2010.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So these are the possibilities of saying the years. Okay, do you have any questions? No? Is Fôlego back here? Jessie, are you there? Yes.
Estou aqui.
Beleza. É que eu vi você caindo, eu fiquei assim, oh, não, a gente não vai conseguir fazer grupos.
Não, eu estou aqui. Tá?
Beleza.
Oi, Stephany. Deixa eu só aproveitar. Eu vou ter que sair mais cedo hoje. Eu só queria agradecer, já que é o último dia, né? E dar um tchau.
Obrigada, Hanna. Muito obrigada.
Tchau, tchau.
Tchau, até. We have, let me see, Amanda, Ana Cláudia, Yara, Kelly, Liviane, Nara. 6 people. A gente pode fazer 3 grupos de 2. Pode fazer 2 trios. Talvez. Okay, look here at this website. This is a possibility. You are going, after I present this website, to do a work in groups, in trios, actually, okay? So me and Jessie, Jessie and I are going to divide you into 2 groups. I am going to be part of one group. Jessie is going to be part of the other group. And you are going to research. Look here, I'm going to show you first this. You and your group, your trio, will choose one artist and analyze 2 artworks this artist has produced. Then you will share with the group who the artist is. So you say the name of the person. Oh, it's Lígia Clark. In which artworks you chose? We are talking about bichos and something else. When they were created, so you're going to mention the year that this artwork was created, the media that are used, and you can mention personal impressions, if you like it, if you don't like it, what you think about it. Don't forget, so you have to mention the year, the media, so the materials used, and you can also talk about some impressions that you have. You can say if you like the artworks or not. And here we have an example of how you can start. Maybe I chose or we chose, and you say the artwork. It was created in, you mentioned the year, and what I like the most about it is that something, and etc. Before that, I will show you this museum, this website, British Museum. If you want, you can use this website to make your research, okay? But it's not necessary. You can decide one artist only. This is just a curiosity, actually, because I really liked it when I found it. It's British Museum and Google. Okay, it's a start. It's a little slow. My internet's not so good, I think. So here they divide into years. So Anno Domini, right? After Christ, and BC, which is before Christ. So you decide which continent you would like, where you would like to research for something, and you see the years. So here we have the 1800s, the 1700s, 1600s, and also you have before Christ, like 500,000 before Christ. And here you can decide if you want, for example, only to see art and design. So I'm going to 2000 before Christ in Africa. And you see what was created in ancient Egypt. And if you click on find out more, they're going to say where exactly it was found. They're going to say some characteristics of it. And usually when you play the audio, it's in English, and you can understand it because it's very similar to the text, but you can decide if you want to read it or if you want to listen to it. But they are different, okay? They have similar information, but they are different contents, the audio and the text. You have some information usually given by a curator from museums around the world, okay? And here they also show the related objects, etc. So I'm just sharing with you because I thought it was a really, really nice website. Okay, now after I have showed you this, let's divide into two trios and we are going to do this activity, okay? Do you have any questions about how to do the activity? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Is everything okay, Nara?
Yeah, we lost track of time.
Okay.
We chose by chance. Anna chose by chance an artist on that website, and it was a really different artist, and we lost track of time.
Oh no, you were very inspired by the artworks. What time is it? I know, I understand. But whatever you have researched, you can present, okay? Don't worry. And Liviani wasn't here. Oh, it's a shame. So who would like to start presenting? We have Nara and Anna and Kelly, and Yara and Amanda.
I think I can begin, and then you girls can follow Anna and Kellen.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So we chose Kitagawa Utamaro. That was a Japanese artist that painted the parody of Narihira's Journey to the East. A huge name. That's what I got. Help me, girls.
I will send here a link to the artwork.
Sure.
I don't know if it works because I got it from that website.
Yes, it does.
And I'm also gonna, oh my god, I lost it. Oh, here. Send another link from another artwork. And it's from 1802. And I like his paintings because it has an erotic some of his paintings are erotic, and I like that here we're used to see a lot of heterosexual work, and he was in 1802 casually doing homosexual artworks, erotic homosexual artworks, and I think that's amazing because it's a lot different from what we expect from paintings here from that time. And also, I really like his works because I think it tells a story. Every piece from him that you look, you expect that there is a story behind it, and I really enjoy that.
Awesome. Kellen, do you have something to add?
My internet is awful. I don't know this artist, but I prefer Salvador Dali, so I'm lost about this artist. I prefer Blood Roses, 1930, about Salvador Dali.
Okay, great. Preferences, right? Yeah, I really liked it. I didn't know this artwork with this erotic scene. It's nice, yeah. And this story, I really loved it.
Salvador Dali is erotic too.
Yeah. Somehow, yeah, maybe.
Don't be upset, Kelly, because you didn't choose Salvador Dali.
I have a question for you about Kitagawa Utamaru. This 3 images, I'm looking at it right now. And do you know where it was painted? What is the surface? Do you know? Is it paper or maybe fabric? Do you know?
I think it's a wood block. Maybe, because some of his works are done in wood blocks.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Thank you for your presentation. Now, Yara and Amanda, do you have any questions to ask them?
No.
No, really? Okay, so you can present.
Yara, do you want to start? Okay, so I'll start. We chose Frida Kahlo. She was a surrealistic painter, artist from Mexico. And I chose the painting Unos Cuantos Piquetitos. That means something like few tiny stabs or something. It's a oil painting on canvas. It was made in 1935, and it talks about a man that stabbed his wife a few times, 20 stabs actually. And when he was on trial, he said that it was only unos cuantos piquetitos. He said it was only a few little steps. And I really like the way she composed the painting using the colors to make like a contrast with the red blood, and the background is all in yellow. It's very sad, but it's very strong as well. Oh, I'm gonna put the link of the painting so you guys can see it. There is the painting and the data about it, and the history behind it. And the other Yara was going to talk about it, but I don't know if she's there.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, I just got confused.
No início eu não tinha te ouvido, sorry. The other is La Columna Rota. It was created in 1944, I think it's. And the medium was oil paint on Masonite. Não encontrei a palavra em inglês certa para isso. Em português é Masonite, mas não encontrei a tradução. And I like very much because it's a strong way to represent her history and suffering. The artwork represents the surgery that her made on Cologne.
Great. What do you have an image for the second? Tá. La columna rota. I have this painting here. It's one of my paintings in my bedroom. I was looking here for this word. It's oil on masonite. Same thing. Yeah, there's not a difference. Yeah. Now, how do we say this? Look at the chat, please.
It was created.
That's it. Okay? Created. It was created E. It was created in, and you write the year of the thing. I was laughing because of Kelly's comment. And Nara, Kelly, and Ana Cláudia, do you have any questions to ask? No? So that's it. I really liked your choices and the artists that you picked and how you presented it. It was great. I will switch to Portuguese now. Eu queria agradecer, gente, pelos encontros, pelas participações. Acho que nós conseguimos ter um crescimento bom, um desenvolvimento interessante de discussões pautadas, né, nas artes. E espero que tenha proporcionado a vocês uma experiência que vocês possam ter colocado em prática, né, o inglês de vocês, e que vocês possam ter adquirido algum vocabulário, novas palavras, né, ou então até o interesse em vocês buscarem mais informações por conta própria, né, que vocês tenham essa autonomia, principalmente nesse momento em que nos encontramos, né, que tudo acaba se voltando muito para o digital, para a internet. Então, tem muita coisa por aí que vocês podem buscar com bastante autonomia. E se eu fizer um próximo curso, Kelly, vai ser todo sobre pinturas eróticas de Dali. Então, eu queria agradecer muito mesmo, gente. Foi incrível para mim poder estar aqui com vocês. Agradeço demais ao Fôlego, a Ana Ortides, a Jessie, que esteve aqui conosco em todos esses encontros e que conseguiu administrar as falhas técnicas e bota no grupo, tira do grupo, enfim. Muito obrigada mesmo, gente. Foi ótimo.
Oi, gente. Stephany, obrigada. Queria agradecer também a todos que ficaram aqui com a gente até esse finalzinho. Ainda mais nesse momento tão difícil. E que a gente continue com saúde e que a gente passe logo por esse momento, por mais que o cenário seja pessimista. Eu fico até emocionada, porque é uma dedicação mesmo, assim, muito obrigada mesmo. Stephany, obrigada pelas aulas, foram todas incríveis, obrigada pela dedicação também, obrigada por vocês estarem aqui toda quinta-feira de manhã, tá? Tão cedinho, muito obrigada mesmo. E fiquem atentos às nossas redes sociais, tá bom? É @ateliercultura, eu vou colocar aqui no chat. Que a gente sempre está fazendo algum curso voltado para a área da arte e da cultura, tá bom? Quem quiser falar alguma coisa, pode estar abrindo o microfone também, para eu ficar chorando aqui.
Obrigada para as duas, Stephany, pelas aulas, e a Jess e a Ana por esse programa. Foi, nossa, uma oportunidade maravilhosa, uma programação realmente muito bem pensada e muito bem montada para esse momento e para os artistas e tudo mais. Agradeço muito a chance de estar aqui na aula de inglês e também no de portfólio que eu estou fazendo de sábado. É realmente uma chance de praticar, de crescer, de desenvolver, e numa época que a arte está sendo tão fatiada, né, ter esse programa foi bem importante, assim, então, muito obrigada mesmo. E se tiver second round, a gente está querendo.
Eu só queria agradecer também as meninas que participaram, ao pessoal do ateliê do Fôlego, do programa, que, pelo curso, a Stephany pelas aulas, enfim. Foi bem interessante, foi bem legal, assim. Eu gostei bastante e espero estar participando, estar aí nos próximos, participar dos próximos cursos também. Muito obrigada.
Gente, então é isso. A gente se vê na próxima. Opa!
Obrigada pelo fôlego, ainda mais nesse momento que todos, né, ressaltaram, no momento que a gente está vivendo. Agradeço por poder participar do curso. Fiquei muito feliz de conseguir, apesar da internet ser a melhor. E gostaria de participar de todos, como disse ela, a segunda, terceira temporada. Cursos. Só tenho a agradecer a professora, a equipe do Fôlego e a todos que participaram também, a quem participou dos grupos comigo. Enfim, até a...
Repetindo um pouquinho, Jessie?
Pode falar, Yara, pode falar.
Repetindo um pouquinho, queria agradecer também. Não tem como não agradecer, né, num momento como esse, tão atípico, ter a oportunidade de participar de algo assim, de um curso, um workshop que seja. E queria dizer também que agradeço principalmente a teacher, Stephany. Gostei muito da didática, como você leva a aula, e eu consegui realmente entender, algo que eu nunca me dei bem com o inglês. Então, eu agradeço demais. Obrigada, Fôlego, e o ateliê também pela oportunidade.
Obrigada mais uma vez a todos, Yara, pelas palavras. Que bom, fico feliz em ouvir o desenvolvimento de todos vocês, assim, individualmente mesmo. Espero que vocês consigam notar também essa evolução pessoal. Obrigada, gente. Um beijo. Bom final de semana.
Gente, então é isso. Agradecemos todos e permaneçamos juntos, porque a gente precisa. A arte e a cultura precisa permanecer unida, tá? Um grande beijo e até a próxima, gente. A gente se vê. Tchau, tchau.
Tchau!